So the Unified Patent Court referendum has been scrapped, and they're going to be pushing that to a later date because they want to inform you better on the whole thing. Now, the reason why they have scrapped the referendum because they realize that you haven't got a clue about it, and they've seen the other referendum and realized that if the Irish people don't know about something, they're not going to vote for it. So what they want to do is start a whole campaign to inform you on what it is. They're going to give you the information they want you to know, so then you can give them the answer that they want, the yes vote on Unified Patent Court. So before we get into the video, I just have a little thank you to the Irish Wolfhound who bought me 2 coffees. Thank you very much, Irish Wolfhound. And he said, watch all your videos. Not enough great Irish patriots like yourself spreading the truth. Keep up the good work. And then he went on to talk about that he's got a recent channel. So I've left the link for the Irish Wolfhounds channel in the description and comment section of this video. So make sure you head over and you subscribe to the Irish Wolfhound, because as a community, we need to be seeing everybody's ideas. So this is a good Irish patriot that's started a channel. So make sure you head over and support this channel. The link is in the description and the comment section. I have already dropped the video on Unified Patent Court, and I'm totally 100% against it. And here's why. Well, in simple terms, the Unified Patent Court is offshoring your medical decisions to a central control board in Europe, the Unified Patent Court. And just the word alone, Unified Patent Court, tells me it's going to be a collection of people that will give the go-ahead for some drugs to be pumped out to member states. So just like the FDA in America that regulates drugs and things like that, that's one of the things that Unified Patent Court will be in control of. So the benefits of Unified Patent Court would be you'll have access to more sort of life-saving drugs. Things might get a little bit cheaper that way for your government and for yourself. But what has the past couple of years taught us, especially at the start of 2020? Well, when it comes to medical decisions, it's you really need to have control of your own medical decisions, because if you don't, then it leaves room for tyrannical rule. Now, I don't need to really point out the obvious here. From 2020 onwards, there was kind of tyrannical rule all over the world, and the people that were called conspiracy theorists actually turned out to be right. So when it comes to centralized control of money, I'm against it. When it comes to centralized control of food, I'm against it. And when it comes to centralized control of your medical decisions, I am 100% against it. For me, Unified Patent Court is one step closer to this, not one world government, but it's like this miniature United States of America, the United States of Europe, where you're going to have these people that can say, well, yes, that drug can go through and that drug can go through. And if you want to go against that, you have to go against the Unified Patent Court. Right now in Ireland, in Europe, there is things like the Unified Patent Court. It's not as strong. But in Ireland, if independent research is done on a certain drug, and that research comes back that it's negative for the populace, then it's easier to get that off the market. When it comes to Unified Patent Court, it'll be harder to do that. And just like the FDA in America, and I really have to use the FDA, I understand there's differences with the FDA and Unified Patent Court, but it's a good example. Just like the FDA, if you watch the Netflix documentary on the Sackler family, where they were basically able to sell legal heroin through the opioid crisis, it was Oxycontin, and they corrupted the FDA to do so. So the smaller the group that controls the drugs that gets pumped out to a populace, or in this case, state members of Unified Patent Court, the worse it is for the people, because what's to say that can't be corrupted, whether that be medical decisions, if there is a future pandemic, or with just drugs in general. So personally, myself, I would be voting no on this. It's better to keep your medical decisions to your own country. It's bad enough in Ireland as it is in regards to medical decisions. So why would you offshore that to a probable worse place? That's just my opinion on it all. So let's read a statement here from it. And I actually, before I read this statement, I have to say this. When it comes to the Unified Patent Court and the fact that there was a referendum in this here in June, they wouldn't. The reason why they've scrapped the referendum is because they took the last referendum as an example. The people of Ireland were very, very confused on the durable relationship thing. Now, it's only came out yesterday. I dropped a video about this yesterday. It came out a couple of days ago, but I dropped the video about it yesterday. That the government had information that the durable relationships, if they got a yes vote in that would open up another avenue for more migration into Ireland. They knew that information and they didn't give it to you. Now, that's neither disinformation or misinformation. That's withheld information that they should have told you, but they didn't. And they tried to sort of manipulate you into a yes vote. Now, with this here, they know the exact same thing is going on. So what they're doing is they're saying, look, there's no way we're going to win this referendum. 3/4 of Ireland's just going to come out here and vote no because they don't trust us. So what we're going to do, we're going to put this back a couple of weeks, put this back a couple of months, and hopefully the campaign that we start now until then will change the minds of the people. I don't think it's going to work, but regardless if it works in some people or not, you must vote no in this. Voting no on this is keeping your medical decisions to yourself. So let's get into this article now and let's find out what they have to say, and let's find out why they scrapped the referendum, in their words. Government defers date for referendum on a unified patent court. The Minister for Enterprise, Trade and Employment, Peter Burke TD, has confirmed that government this morning has agreed to defer the date for the referendum for the ratification of the agreement on a unified patent court, which was due to be held on June 7th to coincide with the European and local elections. Minister Burke said, while the government continues to believe that joining the UPC Unified Patent Court is essential and that the referendum should be pursued, it is clear to me that more time is needed for public discourse and engagement on the matter to help inform the debate. So what he actually means by that is we've seen the past referendum. The people do not trust us. Well, 3/4 of Ireland do not trust us. So what we need to do here is to pump in a lot of money into a campaign to probably spin a lot of shit to try and get this yes vote for unified patent court. The June elections will give rise to diverse issues and campaigns involving local and European candidates, which may crowd out a debate on the patent court. Feedback suggests that many people are unfamiliar with the patent court and there is not a significant level of awareness among the elaborate ahead of the proposed referendum. Well, you could use other issues around this, around the election period and around the patent court to say, well, people are not going to really look into this as much and we're not going to get the votes needed and maybe some people won't turn up for the referendum, so we're going to put this back a little. But I don't think it's that at all. I think they realize that the cat's out of the bag and any decision that they make, whether that be joining something or changing something, the people of Ireland are going to vote no. So they're going to have a hard campaign on this and you're going to see lots and lots of propaganda. As Minister for Enterprise, I remain committed to Ireland participating in the UPC, Unified Patent Court, and I see many benefits for our economy, for the competitiveness of small business sector, for Ireland's overall national competitiveness and reputation, and for supporting the science and RD agenda. Now, this is where I get a little bit worried, because what does he mean business? Does he mean pharmaceutical companies? How does this help business in Ireland? Because for me personally, I think this is the pharmaceutical companies basically using politics to try and centralize control your medical decisions, so then it's easier for them to get drugs into the system. So for instance, the Unified Patent Court, if a European country state joins the Unified Patent Court, then for instance, if drugs go into one country, then them drugs are allowed into other member states also instantly. So how does this help business? How does this help business? For me, whenever I was reading in the Unified Patent Court, had nothing to do with business. The only business side of things or the benefits of business would be going to the pharmaceutical companies. So the pharmaceutical companies would benefit from this because then it would be easier for them to get drugs through into the system. That's the way I see it. But I don't see the benefit of this for small businesses around Ireland. I don't see it at all. We need to have a broader discussion around the importance of unitary patents and jurisdictional matters relating to the court and the economic benefits that joining the UPC Unified Patent Court would bring. However, I believe considered debate around these subjects would be in danger of being lost among the other issues that will dominate the campaigns over the coming weeks. I remain laser focused on supporting our SMEs and the wider business sector during my tenure, and I am currently working with officials and partners in government to see how best we can use all the levers available to us to target this support. So once again, these TDs come out with things, but they really actually say nothing. He didn't really give you an explanation on what it was. That would be a prime opportunity for him to come out there and say, well, this is what the Unified Patent Court is, and get the ball rolling now. The reason why he isn't doing that, and the reason why he's coming out with this is going to benefit small businesses, is because he wants to maybe see if he can grab the vote of small business owners that probably won't look into this, to think that this is going to be a good thing for them. Meanwhile, it has got nothing to do with them. Meanwhile, the only people this benefits is the pharmaceutical companies and their pockets. So they realize the gig is up. So they're retreating with this, and they're going to go through a different avenue. I would not be surprised if they tried to do this without a referendum. If they tried to join this slowly, maybe we'll stay out of a referendum here. We're going to back out of this and then use the back door to actually join. I don't know if there's a way you can do that, but if there is, surely they would be thinking about it, because these people are absolute snakes. So all in all, the Unified Patent Court simplified is just offshoring your medical decisions to a central control base in Europe, where very few people will have that control. Now, when it comes to government, yes, the less government, the better. But when it comes to medical decisions, you want a lot of eyeballs in that, because the more eyeballs in that, the less corruption. And for me, taking the FDA as an example, it was very easily corrupted with the Sackler family, for instance, that allowed Oxycontin to hit the streets of the United States of America, that killed hundreds of thousands of Americans. That really wouldn't have happened if there was more eyeballs on the drugs. So for me, it would be, I would vote no on this. Vote no to centralized control of your money. Vote no to centralized control of your food. And vote no to centralized control of your medical decisions. You're an individual person. You're not an ant. And these people need to realize that the Irish people mean no. That's the end of the video, guys. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Make sure to give this a share too. Share a copy, link the clipboard, make a little social media post, send to a friend on Facebook or WhatsApp Messenger. Get the word out if people want to know more about the Unified Patent Court. I will be looking into it more, but that is, it's simplified what it really means. And yeah, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section. If you want to buy me a coffee, thanks to everyone that's bought me a coffee. Buy me a coffee. The Buy Me a Coffee link can be found in the description and comment section, along with the links for my free speech platforms like Rumble and X. The links can be found there also. Do you know what I'll actually do? I'm posting a lot more on my Instagram, so I'm going to leave my Instagram link in the description and comment section also, because it's easier for you to contact me, or you can send me a voice note, you can send me a text message, and I'll be able to get that. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Peace.